Now you started when you were like, what, 12 years old?
Well, I did musical theater as a kid, which was a lot of singing and acting and a little bit of dancing. But my formal dance training really started when I was 19. I started taking ballet and jazz, hip hop, point, some ballroom. So I was a late starter to the world of dance.
What's your absolute favorite type of dance? Is there one that you just prefer more than
You know what? A good friend of mine, Pasha, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with, he said it better than any way I could ever explain it. It's picking a favorite style of dance is like picking a favorite finger, you know? Like, how could you pick one? You need all your fingers, so it's like, I enjoy all of them so much. I like variety, which is why I like the show, because I get to do contemporary, but then I can do a cha-cha, and then it can be a part of a jive, and it can be a part of, you know, everything, so.
Physically, this has got to be really demanding.
Oh, wow. Yeah, probably the most demanding.
I mean, injuries play a part of this. I mean...
Yeah, they do. I'm currently injured.
Oh, really?
I have a bruised bone in my knee that happened in a show or two ago, and we don't have a very good swing situation at the moment. So you kind of have to just be very careful, really warm up, which is what I help the cast do majorly, and just get ready, because the adrenaline is going to start kicking in and you forget about it, and then it gets worse. So you just have to really prepare and cool down, and yeah, you have to take major care of your body doing the show.
What was your time like on So You Think You Can Dance? So if you look back at that, I mean, it was so much fun watching.
Well, as much fun as you had watching me, I had doing the show.
Really?
Yeah, it has to have been one of the best experiences of my life. I would go back in a heartbeat, get eliminated top 8 again, like go through the whole exact thing again, because I've made so many great friendships out of it. I've grown, I feel, as a performer so much from it. I've learned to deal with pressure from it, because there's a lot of pressure on us all the time, and yeah, it was amazing. By far, best experience of my life thus far.
And you know, you had that TV experience, and then you're also one of the principal dancers on Glee as well?
Yes, I was.
That whole thing like?
I missed Glee, actually. I was on Vocal Adrenaline, which were the rival, the best school in the state, and it was awesome. I got to meet the entire cast, and then I got to do the Glee live tour, which was amazing. We performed in Radio City Music Hall, and it was also an amazing experience. Such a fun cast. The choreographers and the producers of the show are really fun people, so the atmosphere, it almost feels like you're not working, you're just having a good time with everyone. So
I also know you did the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Now, what was that night like, going out on that stage? Are you just so in tune or into your performance that you're not thinking about all the biggest stars in Hollywood sitting out in front?
Well, it's funny because you meet them. We got to meet a few of them backstage, because they had the top 10 or the 10 best actress, best actor. They were all lined up on stage before the show started. So we got to actually chat with, like, I met Meryl Streep and I can't remember the genre. I met a few of them. I met Sandra Bullock. So we were talking, and you talk to them, and they're humans. They're people.
They're real people.
But for a second, I was like, oh my God, I just had a conversation with Sandra Bullock. I was like, it was. I mean, so many dancers dream of one day being able to perform in the Academy Awards, and to say that I was a part of it, and it's just, how can you? I can't even blah. I can't even talk about it. It was just amazing.
When you were a little girl, did you have dreams? I mean, you said you did musical theater, but what were your big hopes and dreams?
Well, it was difficult for me, because my family, we weren't very wealthy at all. We were a very, very poor family, actually, in Hialeah, Florida, which is a really small Cuban town in Miami. And so my parents I was the first generation born of my family in the US, so they didn't know what to do with all the energy that I had and all the dancing, and I just always liked to be center of attention and talk a lot, and so it was I've always knew I wanted to do something in front of people. I enjoy being in front of the camera. I enjoy performing. I didn't know what that was or what that meant, but I've always liked it, and it's been a part of me since I was a kid. So my parents just didn't, they didn't have the knowledge to put me in a theater school or put me in a dance school at a young age or anything like that. And then coincidentally, I auditioned when I was 12 for a TV show in Spanish, and the lady that auditioned me fell in love with me, and she was the director of the musical theater studio, and that's how it all kind of started for me from there.
You like the camera likes you.
Oh, well, that's good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck. We'll see you in Cincinnati. We'll look forward to seeing the show tonight, too.